If you're looking for the answers, I still don't have them, but what I do have is a particular set of skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people who mislead, misinform, or misrepresent the sports card industry. So if you don't do that, I'll let it go. But if you do, I'm going to talk about you. Welcome to another action-packed, information-filled episode of the Sports Card Investigator Show. My name is Andy, and I am your always humble host. And I was really going back and forth on whether I should keep up the tradition of doing a video of the National Sports Card Show this year. And after some serious contemplation and a coin toss, I'm just kidding, I decided, hell yeah. And as usual, in this special video, I'm going to pay homage to the guy who got us here, the man who 2+ years ago gave my channel a much needed kickstart. Hit that algorithm and forever I will be grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about a man who would crawl over broken glass, a man who would scale the highest mountain, a man who would navigate the roughest seas. Ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep him from getting to you all at the National Sports Card Collectors Convention. That's right, none other than Mike Baseball Collector, and in the great words of the fantastic songwriter and singer Barry Manilow, Mike, this one's for you. So for those of you who are new to the channel, for those who need their memory refreshed, look here.
But I'm going to do a reaction video tonight showing another content creator's video and talking about my perspective on it. And it's in no way, I don't want this to be taken as I'm criticizing Andy. This is on a video done by the Sports Card Investigator is the name of his channel. And he is talking about, the title of the video is why you shouldn't go to the National, or why, let me look at the exact, why the National Card Show is not worth attending.
You know, Mike is not a bad guy. Misguided, of course, and I had the pleasure of meeting Mike at last year's National, and let me tell you, he was nothing short of a gentleman. But before we dive into the meat and potatoes of this particular video, trust me, it's going to be delicious. I must bask in a moment of vindication. You see, more often than not, I'm proven right. And this is no exception. It took a while, but the hobby came around. What can I say? Right at this moment, you're seeing a thumbnail. I will tell you with great confidence that you couldn't put out a video like this 2 years ago. No. Well, you could. I mean, I did. And it would be met with much discontent throughout the hobby. You could even start a mutiny. Let's go to the beginning of the video.
Welcome back to Spitball on Cards. In today's video, we want to talk all about the 2024 National and if you should go. We're going to discuss why you should or why you shouldn't.
So refreshing to see an honest and open discussion on the topic. Maybe we are maturing as a hobby. And as an aside, if you haven't watched Spitball on Cards, I highly recommend it. I watch it. This channel offers informative content with some of the great minds of the card community. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. In honor of Mike's game-changing video, can you believe it's been 2+ years? I'm going to do my own reaction video. Yes, I know, cheap, lazy, easy content. That's what this is all about. But trust me when I say you will not be disappointed. In fact, when have you ever been disappointed with me? But in fact, if you stay tuned, I am going to share with you my own knowledge on a way to ensure the safety of your cards when you are attending card shows. And in the light of recent events, I think it's important and you won't want to miss it. But first, I'm going to break another rule. I'm going to give a big shout out to my friend LT of Living with LT. LT brought this fantastic video to my attention. After watching it, I felt I owed it all to you to do my own reaction video. So what is this video, Andy? Stop beating around the bush. Well, it's done by one of the most popular sports card content creators out there. He did a video on giving us tips if you're attending the National, and they are marvelous. For those of you who don't know who Jason is, famously or more famously known as Mojo Sports, an extremely popular and knowledgeable individual, one of the faces of our sports card hobby. So I, for one, was anxious to hear his tips. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them. Feel free to pull up his video. You can go through each one, but I'll highlight some of the ones I believe are most entertaining, or I mean helpful. And I do encourage you to go check out his full videos. So let's begin.
First tip I give you guys is bring cash with you. A lot of dealers there, they'll still take PayPal and Venmo, but cash is always king when it comes to card shows. Whether you're buying a card for your PC or you're trying to flip something or you're trying to even sell something, people always ask all the time, how much cash should you bring? In my mind, my first national, I brought 10,000. My second national, I think I brought 22,000, 22 to 25. My third national, I brought 50. This year, I don't know how much I'm going to bring. I might bring $20. No, I'm just kidding. But bring as much as you think you should spend. If it's your first one, I would say if you can bring $10,000, bring $10,000. If you can bring, and if your high budget's $5,000, it's $5,000.
Alrighty, folks, let's dive into tip number one. Our financial guru suggests you bring cash to the National Card Show. Cash is king, after all. Who would want to use the convenience of PayPal or Venmo when you can save a few dollars with cash? I mean, you could put your cash and safety at risk, but hey, it is what it is. Now, Mojo starts off modestly. For my first national, I brought $10,000. For my second national, $22,000 to $25,000. My third, a casual $50,000, because who doesn't have a spare 50 racks lying around the house? You know how much cash I brought to last year's national? Don't take this the wrong way, but none of your business. Who cares how much cash you bring? But Mojo does. So if it's your first show and you can bring 10,000, go for it. If your high budget is 5,000, you'll just have to make do, you lightweight pauper. Let's move on to another tip.
The second tip I have, and it rang true last year, I would probably not be wearing a sweatshirt. Dress comfortably, you guys. Make sure you wear shorts and wear a t-shirt. You don't have to go crazy, or wear a jersey, and put on deodorant. Make sure you wear deodorant because it's going to get hot in there. Last year when we were in Chicago, the AC broke, and let me tell you, I was in jeans and my Black Mojo sports shirt, and it was not comfortable. So make sure you dress comfortably, and just know that hydration is very important. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Like, if you're watching this now, I personally will be drinking water from today, July 16th, until the National and during the National. So try to drink that 5 to 6 cups of water and hydrate yourself, because a lot of people forget to drink water. And also make sure you bring snacks.
Did I tell you this was great? Talk about groundbreaking. Wear deodorant. Yes, you heard it right. Apply deodorant because it's going to get hot in there. I think he was being kind. I think he didn't say the quiet part out loud. I think we all know what he meant, at least. Hey, at least you can be comfortable as you navigate your way through a sea of body odor. Hydration is crucial, dear friends. Our hydration hero recommends starting your water regimen days before the National. Drink 5 to 6 cups of water daily, because apparently your body will store water like a camel. Moving on.
The next tip I want to talk about, you guys, is called take care of your freaking cards. This is a Zion case right here. Shout out to all the brands that I put stickers on. You guys, we've had a lot of theft happen in this hobby recently, and I know a lot of people are going to be on high alert in Cleveland. Do me a favor. If you're at a table, if you're at trade night, if you're behind the table, for the love of God, if you have a Zion case or you have a backpack on, stand up in the group and put the Zion case in between your legs. That's it. There's a reason I say this. Number one, you're not going to forget it. Number two, somebody's not going to take something that you're standing over like that. So that's my best piece of advice, because you know how many people at this show, you're going to leave cards, you're going to leave your Zion case, you might leave your backpack. Don't do any of that. Just keep it in between your legs and keep your backpack on.
All right, let's tackle the next piece of stellar advice. According to our security expert, the best way to safeguard your precious cards is to put your Zion case between your legs, because nothing says secure like balancing a case of valuable cards in a crowded space where it's like a mosh pit at a rock concert. Look, don't get me wrong. I know Mojo means well. He really, really does. But take it from someone who knows a thing or two about security. I will tell you that even in the tightest spaces, it is remarkably easy for a skilled theft to distract you and swipe your stuff, even if it's nestled between your legs. I have seen personally thieves steal things out from under a person's arm, and those items were gone before the person even realized what had happened. A clever thief can have your Zion case out from under you faster than you can say, "Where'd my cards go?" And we don't want that to happen. You want to know a better way to ensure your case isn't stolen? I'm not kidding. Invest in a pair of handcuffs. It's silly, right? It is silly, but you watch, people will be doing this because it is smart, and I guarantee you it helps. If I was carrying thousands of dollars worth of cards in a portable case, I'm just saying, I might be doing something a little bit more proactive. And while we're on the subject, if I were a manufacturer of card cases, I'd affix a secure loop so they can be secured. Just like not a handcuff, but just like a secure metal loop to those cases. If you're a vendor, you can affix the case through the loop to a table leg at worst and to something affixed solidly at best. Silly, but it's not going anywhere without you. And do me another favor, change your code from 000 to something else. I know most of you have, but you'd be surprised. There you go. Game-changing security, money-making ideas for free. So when you see added security to portable cases, you can think, hey, I remember Andy was talking about that. But trust me, it'll be somebody else's great idea. And by the way, the handcuffs on Amazon, these are just, trust me, I have handcuffs. They're different lengths of chain, different types, different styles. So whatever you think works best. And hey, if not, do what you want. There's plenty of ways to ensure cases don't go anywhere. So, to summarize this video, if you go to the National, bring $10,000 to $50,000 in cash, start drinking water days before you go, wear deodorant, and keep your Zion case between your legs. Sage advice for sure. All right, look. By now, you guys know me. And for those who don't, welcome. You'll know me pretty quick. I like to have fun with the hobby. It's just something we have to do. And this was just too good to pass up. Was this fun at Mojo's expense? Of course it was. So in keeping with fun at Mojo's expense, how about a bonus clip? Because the man himself has given us life advice.
You know how they say in life, you shouldn't force something. It's supposed to come to you. That's attraction, not promotion. Right there with what I'm saying, but it's true.
I don't know about you guys, but I could not agree more. So before I say goodbye, to answer the question on everyone's mind, no, Tyler and I are not going to this year's National, but that should not have any impact on you. In fact, it is absolutely irrelevant. What is relevant is if you go, have a great time, and if you're not, that's okay too. It's just your decision, right? Hey, have a great. That's what it's all about, this hobby. And you're going to have a great time if you go, and I can't wait to hear about it. I will be watching daily recaps from all the content creators. So that's all for today. If you like what you see, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you don't like what you see, come on, we've been through this. Until next time, take care.